Wiper Democratic Movement leader Kalonzo Musyoka has declared that he is now his own man in politics and will not play second fiddle to anyone, indicating that he is ready to risk it all and push to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta in 2022. His assertion, followed by a clever swipe at his National Super Alliance NASA co-principal, Mr Raila Odinga, for doing nothing to stop the mischievous branding of the Wiper leader as a watermelon by a section of the opposition, was also the clearest indication yet that he is re-examining and re-evaluating the usefulness of the opposition coalition to his political ambitions, which he said would also be fed by the counsel of, among others, retired presidents Mwai Kibaki and Daniel Mwai. Mr Musyoka, who rallied leaders from his Kamba community to a conference at Komarock in Machakos County on Monday, charged that he has no political debts to pay, and that he will not sacrifice his political ambitions once again in favor of any other candidates. Last year, he dropped his presidential ambitions to support Mr Odinga, who flew the NASA flag at the ballot. Because he had also supported Mr Mwai Kibaki's bid earlier and Mr Odinga in 2013 too, he did not have any political obligation to back another candidate in the 2022 elections, he said. Presidential bid. I've in the past thrown my weight behind leaders from other communities, and now it's my turn to reach out to all Kenyans to support my candidacy, Mr Musyoka said. He was, however, quick to point out that his presidential bid would not depend on any other leader in NASA, including Mr Odinga, declaring him suitable for the position, but rather he would ride on his own to win the 2022 race for State House. I'll reach out and engage with my colleagues in NASA as well as all other leaders, including our retired presidents Daniel Mwai, Mwai Kibaki and even President Uhuru Kenyatta for support, he said. In an apparent reference to Mr Odinga, Mr Musyoka said the people in whom he had immensely invested 10 years of his political career were behind efforts to malign his name politically in recent weeks. I've been called all sorts of names, but I do not take offense, he said. If you hear them calling Kalonzo a watermelon, tell them they are the seeds themselves. Political unity. Kitui Governor Charity Ngilu, a longtime political rival of Mr Musyoka's, hinted at dissolving her NARC party to join Wiper and thereby strengthen Kamba political unity, saying she too had been a victim of political betrayal in the past. Wiper is a strong party. I should have come to be baptized here, but I will come another day. Even NARC is Wiper. I am for the unity of the Kamba. We need to speak with one voice, she said. MSNGILU said she would mobilize campaign resources and grassroots support for Mr Musyoka across the country. I was the main voice opposed to our son in the past, but now I am fully behind him. Makueni Governor Kibaki said the handshake between President Kenyatta and Mr Odinga had put an end to questions about the last general election, and also leveled the playing field within the NASA hierarchy. All leaders at the top of the coalition, he said, enjoyed the same clout. Mr Odinga has traditionally been viewed as the head of NASA based on his strong grassroots support and the number of National Assembly and Senate seats his ODM party won last year. Now all leaders in NASA are equal, said Prof. Kibaki. Criticism. Former Machakos Senator Johnson Muthama was more categorical in his defense of the Wiper leader, who has borne the brunt of criticism by his opposition colleagues since January 30th, when he skipped Mr Odinga's controversial oathing as the people's president at Uhuru Park in Nairobi. He said those accusing Mr Musyoka did not understand that his absence from the ceremony was in the best interests of Wiper. I was